What happens if your spouse refuses to sign the divorce papers? Well, under Pennsylvania no-fault divorce, if you've been separated less than a year, no lawyer can get you a divorce under our law without your spouse's written consent at the end of a 90-day waiting period. Now, you may have heard that once you're separated for more than a year, the divorce is automatic. That's simply not the case. Anyone can contest a divorce, even for no reason at all, just to be mean, or for a good reason like continuing health insurance. So, for a low-cost, no-fault divorce, it really doesn't matter how long you're separated. To keep it low cost, your spouse must sign. If you try a low-cost divorce, your spouse refuses to sign, you will have to go to a full-service law firm after you've been apart for a year and refile your case at great expense. Then, after the case is filed and your spouse is served, your spouse has to be given two documents. One's called an important notice. It says you've been sued in divorce and you have 20 days to do something if you don't like it. The other one, essentially, is called an affidavit, really a counter affidavit, and it has 4 sentences on it with boxes beside each one that can be checked off. They say, the marriage isn't broken, we haven't been separated that long, I want money, I want property. Now remember, your lawyer has to send this to your spouse. Your spouse checks off any of those things and mails it to the court. The case is contested, you have to have a hearing, and the cost of it literally goes off the charts. So the third alternative is a fault divorce instead of a no-fault divorce. Even more expensive. It involves a hearing. You and your lawyer have to go into court for a brief hearing where you will tell the court, through someone called a master, not a judge, what you don't like about your spouse. You won't have to lie. It's really very simple to get an uncontested fault divorce. However, the key word there is uncontested. If your spouse shows up at the hearing, even without a lawyer, and simply says, I contest this divorce, the proceeding stops instantly, and your lawyer will tell you, we'll have to file this contested and go from there. And that would be dreadfully expensive. It may not succeed. So, notwithstanding the fact you may have heard that there are automatic divorces after you've been separated for a particular period of time, that's not the case. Any divorce can be contested, and to do an inexpensive one, you both have to be and remain available and cooperative.